Alan, congratulations. This is after the British and Irish Lions. This is the most important selection of a squad that is going on. So I did notice you guys were not able to complete the total nominations.
Yep. No, the reason for that is there are some kids that are not here. We're not going to hand out cards for kids that aren't here. That we have one more practice, and at that we will close out the roster in the interest of fairness and participation. And what we're trying to be is transparent with these kids and families. That listen, you have to be here in order to be on the roster. So that's really the foundation of what Jaguares is about.
I've noticed that from the first practice that I attended. You've been associated to other programs in the past, right?
Yes.
So, what is your evaluation of this one specifically? How did it go? How was the participation?
Well, considering I'm kind of responsible for it, I'm kind of.
You're gonna pat yourself on the back?
No. Listen, we're not perfect, and we're going to be better. I think the biggest thing that we're trying to do is make sure that we constantly communicate status, because the biggest trouble that we've had this year is actually field space and locations, and making sure that we allow everybody to participate by moving their practice across the state. That really has been probably the biggest, hamstring that we've had through this whole process, is making sure that in the interest of fairness and participation, we allow kids the ability to show up and have the opportunity to be selected.
Yeah, it's always tough because being such a big state,
Yep.
It seems to me like, maybe I'm wrong, but were the teams from the north, their participation a little bit less than?
No. If you remember, we actually the first two practices were split across the state. So there were practices for the first couple up north, and then the rest were down south. And then we brought it together over the last 2 weeks, and then we moved that around to try to get a geolocation kind of in the middle. So that's really what we tried to do. And hopefully next year we'll be able to have a north team and we'll be able to have a south team. And really it's kind of stepping stone into this whole process. And then the north can play the south, and then we both can go to tournaments across the state. Or across the country, excuse me.
Yeah. I think it's really from Rugby in Florida and the podcast. We are supporting this program because I think it gives the kids a great experience that they bring back to the clubs, and it's also a nice test to see where we're standing, because you guys have a really tough tournament coming up in a couple of weeks, and Jacksonville. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So Jacksonville is going to stretch us. Aaron Church up there has done an awesome job putting this thing together. We're actually turning it. He's turning it into an RCT style. We're gonna give trophies to the winners out of that. So we're excited for that. That's really going to kind of launch us into then heading up into North Carolina, I think in Charlotte, for another big rugby tournament with teams from all over the country, particularly probably the Southeast, Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. So, it's just something that we're trying to do as obviously as the pandemic is starting to open up, and give these kids an opportunity to play against one another.
Great. I know you also have the U16s today.
Earlier today we selected 21 as well.
Oh, 21.
Well, we selected 20 at the U19s. We selected 21.
Okay, so we have another week of.
Yeah, we'll have a whole another week.
I was hoping to take back the 30 names, but we're gonna have to wait another week.
You're gonna have to wait another week,
okay.
Yes, sir.
Not a problem. Well, thank you very much. I think you guys are doing a great job. There's a lot of people involved, which is, it's not only the coaches, it's you guys, the guys over there.
Oh, 100%.
It's a great effort, and let's see. Hopefully it's going to go well.
It will go well. We do very well in rugby with rugby in the state of Florida, so we will give them hell. I promise you that.
Thank you very much.
My
I'll see you soon.
Take care,
Bye.
sir.